Dr. Anita McLaughlin, a transformational counselor, mentor, chaplain, author, and entrepreneur, and you have just entered a diamond moment. Diamonds are produced through time, heat, and pressure. The cut, clarity, and size of the diamond determine its use. The use of the stone adds to its value. Life's diamonds are produced, processed, and valued the same way. This is the place to unlock and process the challenges of your life. I'm so glad to have you back with me again. I thank you so much for continuing to be so faithful and staying with me. I wanted to move us forward a little bit in our journey of becoming who we were destined to be by again evaluating some of the issues that have hindered us from reaching our goals. Are you the type of person that questions whether or not what you want to do is actually what you should be doing? Are you the type of person that feels as though they do not have the skills that are needed in order to go where they'd like to go? Are you the type of person who believes that your past will forever limit who you are supposed to be? If you fit any of those categories, then this show is for you. I want us to start out with our first question. Are you the type of person that's not sure whether what you want to do is even possible? I want us to dig down deeply into our belief systems. Dig down to the point of understanding, once again, the fact that I believe we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We're living in a physical body. We have our soul, our mind, will, and emotions. And sometimes the originality of who we are has been lost in the process. What do you mean by that, Dr. Anita? What I mean is that we have become so connected to the physical that we have lost ourselves in the spiritual. One of the things that I've learned in my belief system is that who we innately are is wrapped up in who we want to be. Scripture says that He, meaning God, the Creator, universe, the source, will cause you to want to do of His or its good pleasure. What does that mean, Dr. Anita? It means that God will cause you to want what your destiny is, what He has preordained you to be, and that want is the authentic you. Maybe you haven't done a thing before. Maybe, as I said, you feel as though you don't have the wherewithal. You don't have any experience in that area. Your past has limited you in such a way that you can't possibly attain that goal. And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. I want to challenge that limiting concept of who you have begun to believe that you are. And I want to encourage you in the direction that will take you to that place that Source, Creator, God, the universe has caused you to want to do. So it takes us to going back to our original thoughts. Maybe you were a little child and you grew up thinking that you could or would be something great. And then you had a setback. Something happened in your life. Maybe it was through the death of a parent or your parents or something that happened in your life. Maybe it was humiliation that you experienced through someone that you trusted. Maybe you were one of those whose teachers or counselor told you you can't possibly do this. Maybe you were hindered because of your belief system, because nobody in your belief system would ever think about this thing. But yet you persisted in that, and somewhere along the line, it was pushed down because it was devalued, and you eventually gave up on who and what you were destined and designed to be. If that's you, I want you to dust off that dream, dust off that hope, and begin to look at where you are now. One of the things that is a benefit of age is that you learn different ways to accomplish the same goal. You learn how action is able to overcome our inaction and get us where we want to go, even when we thought we could never get there. You may be an older person and you felt as though I can't go back to school, I'm too old. I've given you part of my story regarding going back to school, and a very wise friend that said to me, whatever age you are, you're going to be that age anyway. Do you want to be it with it or without it? And it became the incentive for me to just check and find out what needs to happen. What do I need to do from this point moving forward in order to accomplish my goal? That simple question of do you want to be here with it or without it moved me to the point of action so that I could achieve the goals that I had for my life. Maybe you're a person who's tried something before. Maybe you said, well, Dr. Anita, I tried that and it didn't work, and I'm not willing to do that again. Maybe with the knowledge that you have now, your outcome may turn out to be different. I heard a talk today, and it was coming from Wayne Dyer. He's gone now. But it was regarding the path that we've been on. When we look back, we can see the ripples and the effects of that path. What's behind us cannot steer us. We have to look forward in order to attain the goals that we have. What's behind us only limits us when we look behind us. That's the purpose for this podcast. Turning where you've been, the difficulties that you have experienced, into things that you can utilize now to attain your goals. So when we look at difficult backgrounds, what we're able to learn and assess is that you are a tough cookie. You got this. You can do it. If you made it through those things, you can make it through this. What we learn when we look back is that when someone tells you the stove is hot, you don't have to stick your hand on it. You can believe them. And once you believe them, you can avoid the hurt and harm that comes from that experience. And you can move forward, going around the obstacle in order to gain your goal. If someone tells you you're too old for this, then what you can learn is that there is an easier way to do it. There's an entirely different process that I can take, a different path that I can take, because I am older and I do have experience. And I have learned by running into the wall that I don't have to do that anymore. I've learned to be a lot more careful in where I position my steps so that I'm not so apt to fall. When you have maturity, you have an asset because you have learned how to focus, how to overcome, and how to do in order to get to the stage that you are today. When we look around us, there are a number of people who have done phenomenal things at great ages that people have said that you're too old for that. You can't do that. Nobody wants to see you do that. Well, maybe they do. Maybe you are the encouragement that someone else needs who's also at that decision-making point in order to move forward in what they want to do. Maybe they just needed to see somebody right now doing it so that they can say, if you can, I can too. Let me find out more about you. Let me see how we are similar. It doesn't matter what you look like, what culture you come from. If someone can do it, so can you. What I'm saying to you is, again, remove the limits of your life. Get rid of the expectation and sometimes the negative input of others, and be prepared to accomplish your goal, your dream, your desire. And don't let anyone tell you that you can't. I've heard a number of people say that they experience imposter syndrome. And what that means is that if you knew who I really was, you wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't want to do it. And I tell you that that is not true. That is your old self seeking to keep you in a comfortable place. It is a mindset that will cause you to pull back, draw back, and not move forward into the beautiful future that you have. That is the mindset that is looking behind you of where you've been and not paying attention to where you are going. I want to encourage you to set your course on your heart's desire. Utilize everything that you have experienced in your past. Gather and garner those pearls of wisdoms and the diamonds that you have not processed in your life and move forward. I'm going to be doing some videos. I want you to be a part of that. I'm going to go deeper into the topics and subject matter that we talk about and have talked about. I'm going to be going deeper into some of the questions that I'm receiving from the wisdom community. If you're not a part of wisdom, please join me there. I'm going to be looking at ways that we can move forward right now where we are. I hope there'll be an encouragement. We're going to look at current events. We're going to look at what's going on around us and why it's important to stay informed. We're going to be doing a number of things, and I want you to be a part of that. Also, look out for my journal series, which is a diamond journey. It will be out soon, I promise you. I've had so many things on my agenda to do that require excellence, because that's what I want to present is excellence to you. So we're going to be doing that very, very soon. But I want to challenge you to be all that you can be. Quiet and still those negative voices. Don't look behind you. Look in front of you. Listen to your heart. Listen to that want to do. And allow that which is greater, God, the creator source, to lead you. Thank you for listening, and join me next time as we redefine the previous steps of your process. Never forget, becoming is a process. A process has stages. One small change changes everything. So invest in yourself. Please visit my website at www.DrAnitaMc.com. That's DrAnitaMc.com for links and additional information. And please rate the podcast if you're enjoying it.